Well, hey. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Square the Circle music channel. It's me, your old pal Mage. Remember me, boys and girls? That's right. I'm that guy that likes to talk about vinyl records and collecting them and appreciating the music that's pressed onto them. So yeah, it's been a long time, guys. I haven't seen you for better part of I don't know, a week or more. It's been finally beautiful here in the Pacific Northwest. Finally getting some real summertime weather and temperatures. I've been out running around with the kids and digging around in the garden, getting dirty. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And haven't really been thinking about making YouTube videos or really haven't been inside much listening to music, which is, I know, that's blasphemous, right? So let's get to talking about the week in rock, right? I always do those videos where I talk about all the cool shit that I've been hunting around town and, you know, all the junk store stuff. So I have a little bit of that, a little bit of a mixed bag. I can talk about some of that stuff, but I'm also going to talk about, I think I mentioned a couple videos ago that I have a pretty sweet new trade agreement deal with one of the local record store owners here in Eugene, Oregon, wherein I do some maintenance work for the guy around the property, around the building, and do some landscaping and whatnot, and I get to walk away with a couple $100 worth of records like every couple weeks, which is fucking rad. So I'm excited about that too. And so I'm just going to show you a small bundle of that cool shit that I got from the record store this week for basically free. So I'll just get right into it, guys. Here's my junk store shit. I'll start with my CDs. Pretty cool pile of CDs. I haven't had a copy of this in a long time, so everybody, please forgive me, don't throw stones. Everyone has this album memorized. I've been listening to this album forever. I've, kind of talked a very tiny bit of shit in the past. Not talked shit about them because they're, in my opinion, the greatest rock band of all time. But I just, I've had this on vinyl a ton, and I don't think it's their greatest album. Everyone else does. Most people think it's their greatest album, but I'm stoked to finally have a CD copy of Dark Side. So it's pretty fun to I've never had this on CD, guys. I know that's really weird, but I've only ever had it on vinyl or just heard it on the fucking radio for the last 35 years nonstop. Yeah, it sounds beautiful when I have it close up into my head, in the car. It's a great fucking album. So yeah, stoked to have a nice clean copy of this. And I love to compare because I really only ever, like I said, listened to, original vinyl, analog. And so it's neat to have this remastered, 2000s probably put out. 90s, I think it said 92. So yeah, remastered to a certain degree, I'm sure. I don't know much about Joni Mitchell, so I have her, what has kind of been declared by a lot of people to be her greatest work really ever, the album Blue. I've had some Joni Mitchell albums in the past, a lot of them. That song Michael from Mountains or some shit, that's a great song. Whatever, she's great. So now I'll listen to Blue and I'll get familiarized with it. And I promised everybody, you guys know how I feel about the boss. I'm really not the biggest Bruce Springsteen fan. Never have been, never will be. But whatever, the guy's got a great ass. And he's got a great persona is what I mean. A really healthy, round, good-looking persona stuffed into some tight blue jeans, and that's, I don't know, that's honestly why I never really gravitated toward this shit. It's just kind of I wasn't from that era, I come from a blue-collar fucking working family, so I get it, but whatever, I'll dig deep. I promised everyone I would. I'm gonna give him a try. So I got a greatest hit CD for $1. CDs cost $1 now, it's great. So I can get stuff that I used to listen to that I haven't had for 10 or more years. Dave Matthews Band, this was 1997. Before These Crowded Streets, their first 3 albums were just solid gold through and through for me. So soundtrack to my high school years. Good fucking album. This is a great one that I've been getting a lot of fun out of. I haven't really ever listened to Social Distortion very much, and I don't really know a lot about them as a band throughout history. This was kind of just barely predating my teenage years. This was 1990, I believe, their first self-titled release. Mega hits on this, Story of My Life, of course, but I like the opening track, So Far Away. Just got that really great kind of rockabilly sensibility And, you know, punk rock, it's like kind of inspired by like oi punk, you know, lots of really great, you know, harmonies and lots of great, you know, call and response, kind of like you said, is inspired by like that oi punk thing. You could tell, you know, these guys really inspired stuff like East Bay hardcore, you know, here and on the West Coast, like AFI and shit, you know, so pretty fucking cool band. Really stoked to have a copy of that for $1. And it was like clean as a whistle. I think this was like the original 1990 release. Got the fucking hype sticker and the best value sticker. Yeah, pretty cool. This is an awesome band that I also haven't had a copy of this for like 20 plus years. I used to have a great copy of this when it was first released. Really interesting, like independently released band from the Northwest here, the Pacific Northwest. I've talked about them. They're from Portland. They're called Quasi. This album's called Hot Shit. It is. It's really great. It's a wonderful listen. They're just a 3-piece. They got a chick playing on the drums, and the guy he plays guitar, plays multi-instrumentalist. You know, plays like a lot of like Rhodes keyboard, Hammond organ stuff. You know, there's some Mellotron on here. It's really cool. I don't know. Really kind of hard to put your thumb on what this shit is, but typical Pacific Northwest. You know, alt rock. They're a great fucking band. Stoked to run across that. This one, awesome. I forgot about this. Looks amazing. Short stories by Charlie Haddon and Pat Metheny on the Verve label, Beyond the Missouri Sky. Pretty cool. I don't know. Folds out, you know, really cinematic and beautiful. Can't wait to dig through this book and check it out. But yeah. Really excited about this one. Love me some Pat Metheny. Pat Metheny's great. Oh yeah, this one too. So fucking cool. I've never had a hard copy of this at all. I had only ever seen like the HBO special, and then like heard, you know, when this came out at the bars and stuff, you know, they play it on the PA at the bars all the time, and fucking hilarious. I've never had a hard copy of this. I love these guys. Flight of the Conchords. But beautiful packaging. Whenever this was released, like probably 2006, 7, 8, 9. 2009, sorry. Sub Pop actually released this. Really cool. And come to find, I looked closely at this and I had no idea. The lead singer, songwriter for the band, like the artsy kind of metal band, Baroness, John Bailey. He does all the artwork for their albums. For the Baroness albums, and he also did the poster artwork for the Flight of the Conchords. It's fucking great. Jermaine and Brett looking gorgeous. Art by John Bailey. Yeah, really fucking cool. So if anybody's never heard of Baroness, check out Baroness, the heavy metal kind of art metal band. Yeah, I'm really excited to have this Flight of the Conchords hard copy. They're hilarious, guys. Check them out. Last CD I got, yeah, this is again kind of like soundtrack to like my endless summer when I was just fucking off for like 3 years straight, like doing nothing but drinking down by the river. But this was kind of soundtrack to that. Me and homeboy Nick used to roll around listening to this stuff. Interpol, I think this was their first album. What was it called? Turn on the Bright Lights. But yeah, Interpol, really cool. I wouldn't really know how, again, to explain. They're just kind of, you know, they're Brit pop. No, they're not Brit pop. They're definitely British, but more of kind of electro kind of dance mixed with, I don't know. I can't describe them. I'm sure other people can, so they'll help me out. But Interpol's fucking fantastic. Really awesome album. So for $1, super fucking cool. Guys, I got all kinds of great cassettes too while I was out digging through the junk stores this last week and a half. I guess it's been like kind of 2 weeks really since I've talked to you guys. So I've been able to amass a bunch of really cool new shit. So thanks for sitting around and listening to me talk about it. Again, you know, you can come visit me on the Instagram. I'm Square the Circle Records on Instagram. And, you know, chit chat, say what's up. Send me a picture of your record collection. Whatever, I'll keep going. I'm gonna wet my whistle, show you some of my cassette tapes that I found. This is just kind of, you know, summer of 1990, you know, swimming in my best friend's pool for the summer. And we were always rocking out to shit like this, CNC Music Factory. I don't know why I bought this, but I'm going to take it down to the river this summer, and me and my kids are going to jam out to this, and it's going to be fucking awesome, like it's 1990 all over again. Some more classic shit. I have never seen actually a best hits, greatest hits, best of the band Ambrosia. So this is the essentials. Sorry about all the glare. The essentials of the band Ambrosia. Fucking love Ambrosia, especially their first self-titled album, 1975. There's a bunch of those songs on here, but some more stuff that I should become more familiar with. So this will be another one that will go into the little tape case and take it down the river. Summertime, river time. I don't know why I bought this, but you know, tapes are 2 for $1. So sometimes you only want one. So you're like, whatever. You just grab the second one. But you know, nothing wrong with some thundering rainstorms, fucking, you know, nature sounds, whatever. Nature sounds are awesome. Found some really cool original Neil Young tapes with Crazy Horse, the Freedom album. These are both like kind of like late 80s, early 90s, right? This was right around when I discovered who Neil Young was and his significance and, you know, important place in rock and roll history. There's, you know, bits and pieces and times when I really, really, really like Neil Young, but never more than just buying a couple dollar tapes of him. But yeah, he's awesome. This one too, you know, it's like I'm not really ever going to buy any vinyl records because I've heard it, you know, to death, just like lots of classic, you know, era rock and roll. But I don't really know a ton about the Doors, but I like a few of their hits, and now I have a best of the Doors with that, you know, iconic picture of Jim Morrison just all splayed out for us to sacrifice and whatever. Fucking Jim Morrison, kind of a buffoon, IMO, whatever. A few of these tracks are pretty dope, attributed to the guys who played the music, the keyboardists, and, you know, the real musicians in the band. Whatever. Jim Morrison's just Jim Morrison. This guy's way cooler to me. So excited to find this because everybody knows that I'm a big fan of the Christmas season. I'm one of those dorks. I just had a really great childhood, and my folks were really excited about Christmas time too. So I kind of grew up that way. And I love this type of shit. So I got me and I love Leon Redbone. My dad and I love Leon Redbone. And he has this super cool Christmas album called Christmas Island. Yay. So this Christmas season, taking a trip to Christmas Island. You guys are welcome to join me on that trip. Stick around for a few more months. All right, guys, there's my tapes. Lots of neat shit. Now, you know, what you came for. I know you all just really wanted to see what cool records I scored. So let's get into the vinyl, shall we? Vinyl pickups for the last week and a half. Holy hell. It's a lot more than I remember. All right, well, here we go. I'll try to make it quick. Most of the first stuff is all stuff that I found at the junk store. For a decent price, it's still hard to throw down like $4 now for an individual record. So you got to be a lot more picky and choosy about the stuff you experiment with, you know, walking out of there with only 5 records under your arm for $20. Man, that gets tough. You know, that's record store prices. I'd rather just go down to my local record store. So whatever. Here's my junk store finds. This guy looks awesome. I wonder what he's going to try to do to me. I guess I better find out. Rex Smith. I know nothing about Rex Smith, but I know he's a handsome devil, and I'm sure he plays a mean fucking git fiddle, electric git fiddle. There he is right there. I can't put my thumb on it, guys. I don't know. What do you think? It's like 1979. No, it's earlier. It's like 77. On CBS Records. I mean, look at this guy in the fucking tracksuit or something, like with his chest exposed. I'm interested. It's gonna just be like some glam, some cool glam rock, but it's clean as a whistle. So yeah, I'm excited to dig into some Rex. Let's see what happens. This is definitely more up my alley. So I've never seen this. I buy everything that I find on the Windham Hill label. I like the Windham Hill label a lot. That kind of soft jazz, you know, experimental, instrumental, whatever you want to call it. This is pretty cool. I've actually spun the A side already. Just, yeah, light, you know, fusion jazz. Pretty dope. They're called Montreux. I've never heard of Montreux. Really cool 80s art. Sign Language, the album is called. Just kind of a boring hype sticker there. And again, you know, it's clean as a whistle. So I'm excited. Look at these fucking nerds. They're great though. Yeah, excited about that one. Oh my God, this album. I wasn't sure because I promised you guys and I promised myself again to keep getting more familiarized and really branch out and try more like R&B, soul, that type of stuff. And I'm, even trying to like maybe like open my ears to some like more hip hop stuff. I'm not into hip hop. I know that's weird to everybody for some reason. I don't know why that's weird. I grew up in rural fucking small town Oregon. Like, do the math. It makes perfect fucking sense. I'm just not into hip hop. I wasn't really exposed into it very much, but that kind of bleeds over into a lot of like, I guess you could say black culture, wherein I haven't really dug deep into a lot of soul music and R&B and really great shit. This one just fucking blew my hair back, my non-existent hair back, and I had so much fucking fun with this album last night. I was grooving. It's the Temptations album, A Song for You. Dude, this shit fucking slaps. Slaps hard. I was expecting just be like, kind of leisure suit 70s, just kind of more easy listening type soul kind of stuff, R&B, and it is not. This is sheer funk. This shit will funk you up hard, dude. It's so great. I had so much fun with this last night because it was totally not what I expected it to be. And I fucking love funk music. And so this was just a huge, big, awesome surprise for me. Yeah, it's only $4. It's fucking clean as a whistle. Even the die cut is like not too bad. It's hanging in there. It's hanging in there, but cool presentation. It's got that breakaway sticker there, great fucking album. Really happy about that. This one too, I've had this before, actually. Bought it experimentally, like a couple years ago, and at the time, I guess I wasn't really that impressed with it, but upon revisitation of it, very, very impressed. Love it. Sounds great. Beautiful sound. It's that kind of late 70s cool jazz sound that I appreciate. More of a fusion, added funk kind of sound of the jazz. And I wasn't, I'm not a big fan of like that kind of Steely Dan sound, that everyone loves about the late 70s. But this shit's awesome. The Jeff Lorber fusion. He's a keyboardist extraordinaire. This is right here in the middle. And these guys are his like mainstay bassist and drummer. Fucking just, oh man, excellent trio. Yeah, the fusion's album's called Water Sign. There's the boys on the back. They fucking kill, dude. They're smoking. Lots of added, guest musicians, at least probably 3+ more, some really wicked funky guitar on this. And then of course, saxophone galore and all kinds of great shit. But this is a really fantastic, fun fusion jazz album. Everybody check it out. Water Sign, the Jeff Lorber fusion. Cool fucking album. More great junk store stuff, this is one of those that you just kind of flip through over and over again. And you're just like, whatever. I know we're going to give it a shot. But again, like I said, promising everybody I'm going to really start reaching out and trying more funk and soul and R&B and disco and all that great shit. And she's so gorgeous too. I saw this artwork and the album cover and I was like, man, I gotta have this. Oh yeah. Dionne Warwick's album, Soulful. Look at her. Man, she's gorgeous. And this album again, also just, it's smoking hot. It's so amazing. It sounds beautiful. It's in great condition. I love this label. Look at that shit. So fucking cool. Scepter Records. Scepter Records. Got to be like 1970 something. I don't know. Not exactly sure. But yeah, this album's fucking smoking hot, guys. Check it out. If you have seen it, pick it up. This shit cracked me up. I've never seen this either. And I'm interested to see what it is. It's Just For You. It's For You. From a band called Hammersmith. Yes. These guys look like they're ready to fucking party. Some Spinal Tap shit. Who knows? I've never heard of this shit. So I'm very excited. Dig into it. Mercury label, right? Yup. Yeah, we'll see. Looks like probably what, 73, 74? Oh, 76. So yeah. I guess we'll see. It should be fun. One I'm very familiar with, but this is, one of the cleanest, most pristine, sheer beautiful copies of this I've ever seen. So I'm very excited to finally have a beautiful, clean copy of Stravinsky's Firebird Suite. And of course, some Mussorgsky on the side if you need some. But look at the luster on this bitch. Man, fucking beautiful. I love that artwork. This fucking 6i label, the 6i Columbia gray label. Pretty fucking sick. Yep, I'm a classical lover. And, you know, I have, you know, Rite of Spring and all that stuff. And now I have this beautiful copy of his other, you know, timeless masterpiece, Firebird. Pretty cool. I've always had lots of ELP in my collection, but now I have one that I haven't really listened to very much. Listened to the shit out of their first self-titled, you know, 1970 release, and the follow-up to that, Tarkus. I have both those, and love them dearly. But this one I'm not really too familiar with, so excited to consume some more ELP on a daily basis. These guys are fantastic. Prague Legends, I've seen this around a lot, and I don't think I've ever listened to it. For as much as I've seen it around, I've never bought it, never gave it a shot. Researched it a little bit. It's kind of like pretty early for, you know, for psychedelic rock. It's probably more like blues rock, but like late 60s, right? Anyway, they're called Blood Rock. This is their album 2. I've seen it around a bunch. Really fucking cool art. Yeah, I just love the art. The back, especially, too. Really cool. Clean fucking copy. So yeah, it's got that super cool lime green capital label. Stoked to get familiarized with this. Some more classic rock that I don't really know anything about, save for the fact that I know that Jimmy Page plays guitar all over this and produced it, I'm sure, right? But yeah, The Firm. Probably their like second album. I don't even know what year it is, but yeah, this is an Atlantic copy. Surprising, I thought it was Swan Song. Wasn't the first Firm album on the Swan Song label? Anyway, don't know anything about them, obviously. I'm just kind of spitballing here. But yeah, excited to listen to some Jimmy Page guitar work. Cool. Super clean copy. This one blew me away. I've never seen this. I'm assuming it's a live, a double disc live album. I've listened to a bunch of like their first 2 albums, so yeah, I recognize a couple of these songs. But this was a 1974 release, recorded, yeah, right there, recorded live at Osaka. Wow, so in Japan. Wicked cool. And this artwork, oh my god. I fucking love this artwork. It's so gorgeous. Over the gatefold. Yeah. Mountain, and their album, Twin Peaks. That is gorgeous. Worth every penny. Yeah, love their brand of fucking hard rock. Psychedelic hard rock. Really nice copy. That was a really great find that day for $4. Fucking cool. I had this millions of times. Yeah, and everyone loves, you know, what Wendy Carlos gave the world with her renditions of, you know, classic Beethoven and all kinds of great classical work, but done in the style of, you know, electronic mastery, synthesis. Yeah, pretty fucking cool. Enigmatic classic film, Stanley Kubrick. I just love this iconic imagery as well. Yeah, had this like a dozen times, and now I have it again. Maybe I should stop selling it at record shows. Never seen this one. Cool art. Album called Forest Green. The band is called Forest Green too. Self-titled. It's like 1975 maybe? No, 1973. I think I spun this already. I spun like the A-side. It's fucking cool. Just, you know, hippie rock. Kind of bluesy, but more kind of just like folky hippie rock. Yeah. Bunch of fun looking guys. Yeah, I remember really digging it. And the sound quality was fantastic too. For some no-name like early 70s American hippie band, like the album sounded really nice. So whatevs. Everybody check it out. They're pretty good. Forest Green. Okay, guys. Here we are. That was all the stuff I found at the thrift stores. some pretty great shit, really. And then I do that fucking side hustle now once a week, and I walk away with some super clean, brand new shit. Well, this one's not brand new, but it was a really excellent used record. I've never seen this one. Everything I've heard from him I like, and so I'm sure this won't be much different. This was just all composed by him, solo style, from 71 through 75. So it was when he was still with Van de Graaff Generator. But yeah, Peter Hamel's album, The Vision, or is it, yeah, just Vision. Yeah, awesome fucking, you know, kind of like out there, bombastic, you know, operatic, crazy man, progressive style. Awesome shit. Excited about this. It was cheap, dude. It was like really magnificent condition. It was only, he probably wanted like $7, $8, I think maybe. So yeah, really excited about that one. The rest of these guys probably aren't going to really impress all of you that much, to tell you the honest truth, but these are all selections that I've had before in my collection, but they've, like I said before, things drift away sometimes when I catch myself not spinning something and it's gathering dust and I realize it's been sitting for a year and I've not listened to it. Sometimes, depending on what it is, I'll put it in the box that goes to the record shows, because I'm a vendor at record shows. You know, and when I want it again, I'll get it again, you know. So there's a few things that I won't do that with anymore, obviously, because they've become pretty rare. And it's kind of going the same way with a lot of this stuff. So now I'm very happy to have this trade deal to where I have kind of like a guilt-free splurge, you know, and it's like all I'm doing is like some, you know, everyday kind of like easy work for this guy, and I'm doing him a solid, he's doing me a solid, and I get lots of really cool records. So I don't feel guilty about spending this money, is what I'm saying, because it's not really money. So now I can have some of the old shit that I haven't had for a while again. I have this really beautiful, beautiful copy, super thick, double LP, Pearl Jam's album from 1996 called No Code. This shit is just like a, you know, collectible wet dream here. It's just nuts. It folds up in 4 ways. In these inserts, there's full size 12-inch by 12-inch like Polaroid style pictures in here. It sounds amazing. This is kind of like a real big turning point for Pearl Jam in the mid-90s, when a lot of their loyal fans, so to speak, kind of like jumped ship, and they had kind of a bit of a mutiny in a few ways, and but a lot of us diehards knew that this was like one of their greatest albums, in my opinion. A real, you know, branching out, trying new things, new sounds, new ideas. Fantastic album. No Code. Again, one that has not been in my collection. Fuck, I haven't even had a copy of this at all, CD or tape or anything. So I'm very glad to have this again, because pricing these records now, all this shit, these 90s hits and stuff that I grew up on, these albums are turning 30 and they're getting really hard to find and get a hold of. And now you're paying like $45 for these records. I couldn't believe it. I priced this online, like on Discogs, and it's like people wanted $50 for this record. Whew. So luckily I nabbed up the last copy they had at the record store. I think it was like $42, but they stretched it out over 2 big thick discs, 180 gram. Such a magnificent album. I'm talking about Tool's immortal 1993 classic, Undertow. Yeah, I will never, ever, ever let this out of my fingers ever again. So, yeah, can't live without this one. Let's put them on the map. Beautiful, beautiful sounding album. In this, you know, kind of in the same vein, one of those I should have never let go of, and now I'm like very glad, like, whew, okay, I have this in my collection again. I'll never get rid of it ever again. Another one of those immortal classics from my generation. This album turned 30 this year. Rage Against the Machine's self-titled, their first release. Yeah, 1992. This shit was fucking groundbreaking. So, yay. I have a guilt-free copy of this again. I didn't have to spend whatever they wanted, $35 for it now. That's incredible. The prices are going sky high. Get your vinyl records while they're hot. Oh yeah, fuck, that's right. I sold this one too at a record show years ago. Should have never done that. Yes, now I have it again. Thank goodness. House in the Tall Grass by the band Kikagaku Moyo. Japanese psychedelia, kind of just mellow. It's not like spaced out. Moments of it can get kind of weird and trancy. They have like kind of, you know, some undertones of some krautrock style kind of stuff. They roll around with a group of musicians that are notorious for that kind of stylistic journey in music, but they're more of kind of like a loose end, hippie kind of psychedelic jam feel to them. Everybody check them out. Really, really cool. Kikagaku Moyo. The album House in the Tall Grass. Luckily just re-released again. I used to have an original pressing. Shouldn't have got rid of that, but I'm sure this one sounds just as fine. So yeah. Very happy to have that again. Winding down for the evening, folks. There's only a few more here. Thanks for bearing with me. This has been fun to show you guys all this great stuff that I got. This was my kind of impulse, like never heard of it, looks intriguing, better buy it kind of thing. It was only 20 bucks. The art's fantastic. This reminiscent of, damn it, who did all that crazy art for the wall? What the fuck? I can't believe I'm drawing a blank about this one, but reminds me of the artist that did the Pink Floyd album, amongst many, many other amazing albums. But this fucking art is crazy. What is it even called? I can't remember. Oh, the artist is named Patrick Balaga. The album's called Blut. I don't know. It's really cool. I've already listened to it. It's amazing. It's kind of like, you know, spaced out kind of soundtrack, ambient, you know, no tempo, just really kind of otherworldly, synth out, you know, kind of crazy shit. It's really fucking right up my alley. I love it. You know, it was in the experimental section at the record store. So I'm really stoked. It's really fun. Sometimes impulse buys are just the best, you know. I had so much fun this week. Hooray, the last few that I wanted to show you guys are just, yeah, again, super huge gems that I should have never, ever gotten rid of. Now I'm sure I will never let go of these records ever again, because like I said, copies of this shit is like, now they're $45 for just a standard issue. We're not talking any deluxe remaster audiophile version of anything. No, we're just talking like a fucking run-of-the-mill, standard-ass, basic-ass bitch copy of a Radiohead album is $50 fucking dollars. This one, it was $48 for a copy of The Bends by Radiohead. So, whoo, I'm never letting this out of my clutches ever again. Yeah, I don't need to talk about this one. Probably one of the greatest albums of all time. Okay, well, folks, this is it. This is my last one. This was another kind of just impulse buy. Upon first listening to this on the interwebs, I really wasn't wildly enamored with it, like I usually am about their music. I love everything from El Paraíso Records. This is their flagship band. They're called Causa Sui. And this is their most recent release called Jabodelico. Look at that beautiful art by, I believe, Jonas Monk. Or no, yeah, is it Jonas Monk that does their art? I think so. He's the drummer for this band. But he does a lot of their, pretty much all of the cover art for all of the albums from the El Paraíso record label. These Danish motherfuckers, dude. Stony, heavy jazz. Jazz inspired, but still kind of like cool psychedelia, kind of stoner rock. Fucking so awesome, from Copenhagen, Denmark. Everybody check them out. They're beautiful. Causa Sui. Jabodelico is the name of the album. This came out like last year, like 2021, I believe. And I listened to it again, and I fell right in love with it. It's fucking amazing. Of course, the namesake, you know, it's homage to Gabor Jabot, I'm sure, the famed guitar master. Was he Turkish? he was Hungarian. Fuck me. I can't remember what nationality Gabor Szabo was, but either way, amazing guitar player and just a legend icon of kind of psychedelia. In a sense, he did. He kind of like began that genre like in the 50s, you know, playing like really interesting, spaced out jazz, psychedelic jazz. Fucking awesome. So this is homage to him. It's a really great album. Double disc, lots of fucking music on this album. So everybody check it out. Now I got it. Fucking another $50 record. That's thank goodness. I have this fucking trade deal, dude. Now I can just have all these magnificent gems in my collection that I've been yearning for, that are so hard to piece together when you just only have like your basic income and your basic, you know, allowance for records. Now my allowance is getting bigger. Thanks for going on this fun little trip with me, guys. I hope you had a great week, and I hope you have an even better week coming up. Maybe I'll chat at you again a little bit later this week, but that was definitely an armful, a boatload, a fuck ton of talking and blabbing about my records. So peace be with you all. Keep them clean, peace in the crease, and all that shit. Love you guys. Laters.